Welcome to WatchMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 hardest duo boss fights in video games. For this list, we'll be looking at games that upped the difficulty by having you face two bosses at once. Have you faced any of these duos? Which frustrated you the most? Share your thoughts in the comments below.
If you're a gamer who loves LEGO and Star Wars, check out our fun-filled new channel, Brick Mojo.
Nice knowing you.
Come have a laugh with us and enjoy daily bite-sized videos on LEGO Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga.
You must enact an ancient ritual. You pick it at a real speed, don't you?
See you there.
Number 10. Master Hand and Crazy Hand. Super Smash Bros. Melee. Master Hand returned as the boss for Classic Mode from the original Super Smash Bros. However, depending on certain conditions, he had a little backup to batter you around. Crazy Hand, as is befitting of his name, is much wilder and quicker than its brother. Crazy Hand's moves are generally more chaotic versions of Master Hand's. Where the right hand will simply slam the ground, the left will spasm, possibly catching you to deal more damage. Trying to hit one while avoiding the other can be a pain. It's not as if they'll wait for you to prepare before unleashing an attack. It's entirely probable that you'll get bounced around from one hand to the other. Number 9. Agni and Modi, God of War.
Oh no, brother. The little freak's got a bow. What are we gonna do?
As you might expect, Thor's sons don't go easy on Kratos and Atreus. Agni's formidable stature makes it so he hits Kratos hard with little opportunity to interrupt him, and Modi comes equipped with a shield to block your attacks. If you start beating one of them too badly, the other will abandon their fight with Atreus just to stab you in the back. Adding to the frustration are their electric attacks, either by imbuing their weapons with it or producing AoE blasts. They also have a tendency to produce fog, hindering your vision to attack you off guard. At least Atreus is there to provide backup, but Agni and Modi undoubtedly make a good team.
No! How did you... You have no idea. You son of a bitch!
Number 8. Dracula and Death, Castlevania: Portrait of Ruin. It should come as no surprise that a team-up between the world's most famous vampire and literal death itself provides a pretty tough boss fight. At the end of the game, Death is able to resurrect his master Dracula, and the duo will proceed to try and wipe the floor with you. While Dracula likes to teleport around the room and shoot fireballs, Death will swiftly dive bomb you or stab you from above. With damage coming from all directions, you'll certainly have your reflexes tested. Like many duo bosses before them, they'll fuse into one unholy being for the second phase. They're even tougher as one, covering the arena in attacks that deal heavy damage. Number 7. Caroline and Justine, Persona 5.
Now, let's get started, inmate. You needn't hold back, though you will soon realize that you lack the time to even consider that option. Get ready. Here we go.
When it comes to Caroline and Justine, looks are definitely deceiving. Although this fight is optional, it's one worth seeking out for those who want a challenge. Don't feel bad about unleashing your full might on children because they certainly won't be holding back. While the turn-based mechanics mean your reflexes won't be tested, Caroline and Justine use some very powerful attacks, including a variety of elemental moves. Not only are these two powerful, but they also have the ability to heal and revive one another, which can make the fight last fairly long. You'll likely be pretty strong yourself by the time you face them, but they'll still test your patience.
Not bad, inmate.
Number 6. Leku and Neku. Okami. These two demonic owls have fantastic designs, but will present you with a barrage of attacks. While Amaterasu at least has Oki to help her out, Leku and Neku won't bother aiming their attacks at anyone other than you. The owls will produce various objects from their hats, all of which will come crashing towards you unless you use the proper brushstroke to dispel them. If you use the wrong one or don't do it quickly enough, you better get out of the way. And they won't take turns in doling out their attacks. They'll also occasionally swoop down at you and slow down time just to be bigger pains. Stupid giant demon birds! Number 5. Pakos Amethyst and Pakos Luvulite. Final Fantasy XIII 2. You can probably guess which elements these two giants like to use, and each is resistant to the other. They'll make you keep a vigilant watch on your party's health as they rain down ice and fire. But they'll also slam down on any given party member, knocking off a massive chunk of HP in one fell swoop. Like Caroline and Justine from Persona 5, they can also revive one another. Only here, they'll revive their fallen partner with the same amount of HP the one still standing has. So if you decide to focus on one first instead of spreading out the attacks, you'll be met with an incredibly annoying outcome.
The goddess looks to thee.
Number 4. Agni and Rudra. Devil May Cry 3. Dante's Awakening. Devil May Cry is one of Capcom's toughest franchises, and it was only a matter of time before it threw a duo boss fight at us. Agni and Rudra are two demonic swords that use two decapitated demons to do their bidding. Yes, it's very cool, but also very difficult. They'll charge around the arena slicing and dicing, with Agni using fire attacks and Rudra using wind. They also know how to fight defensively, successfully blocking your combos. By getting in between them, you can cause them to hurt each other. But if your dodging skills aren't up to snuff, you'll just get hit with an onslaught of attacks. On the bright side, defeating them does unlock them as weapons. Number 3. Yuki Onna and Oda Nobunaga. Neo. As a game heavily inspired by Dark Souls, Neo has some pretty formidable boss fights, and just like From Software's groundbreaking release, one of its toughest has you face two foes at once. Both Yuki Onna and Oda are pretty fast, which is already more than a little annoying, but they both also love to use elemental attacks. The yokai Yuki Onna is a master of ice, while Oda can ingrain his sword with a variety of elements, such as fire. The entire ordeal is enough to drive you mad with rage, as they lunge across the arena, freezing you, burning you, electrocuting you, and so much more. Number 2. Theseus and Asterius. Hades. Hades is designed for you to die many times and was praised for placing emphasis on story progression each time you perish. That doesn't make every death we faced at the hands of this team any easier to swallow though. The Minotaur tries his best to get up close, moving surprisingly quickly and pummeling you into submission. Theseus will use the range of his spear to attack you off guard. It can be incredibly frustrating as he can also defend most attacks from the front with his shield. That's not to mention Theseus' second phase where he calls on the aid of a random god or goddess to help smite you. The whole fight is a bombardment that will certainly keep you on your toes. Number 1. Godskin Duo, Elden Ring. If we didn't limit ourselves to one From Software game, this list would be packed with their hulking behemoths like Ornstein and Smaug from Dark Souls. While those brutes are certainly tough, we believe their legacy was surpassed by the Godskin duo of Elden Ring. The fight consists of 2 previous bosses, but knowing what's coming won't really help you. The pair uses a variety of attacks that are a pain alone and devastating if unleashed simultaneously. These include Apostle's long scythe and Noble's proclivity toward rolling around and crashing into everything around him. Thankfully, multiplayer allows you to even the playing field, or at least attempts to. Even with a friend, these two don't go down easily.
In the mood for more awesome gaming content? Be sure to check out this video here on Mojo Plays. And don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.